Assalamu alaikum everyone, what's up? I want to talk about how to talk to Allah. Obviously, this is a really interesting thing where it's like, how do you talk to God? Does God respond to us? How does God respond to us? There's so many little questions that kind of go on with when you become more spiritual, when you want to learn more about Islam, being Muslim, and more about Allah and God, and what it really means to talk to God. So something that I want to get out in the open right away is that you yourself have a direct communication with God. You and Allah, that's speed dial right there. Boom. You call it, you say, Ya Rab, Allah's listening to you. There's a direct connection between Allah. Allah is closer to us than our jugular vein. Like, really think about that. Our jugular vein is our lifeline, right? Our jugular vein goes, it's over, it's clips. So understand that's how close Allah is to you. So when you make dua, when you talk to Allah, you are directly talking to Allah. And this is something that in Islam that is different than other religions, and where you don't have to have a middleman to talk to God. Where the person in the middle will be like, yo, let me know what you saying sorry to God for. I'll go tell God right now. There's none of that. You yourself have a direct connection with Allah and God to communicate and ask and talk to about anything and everything. For example, you say, Ya Rabb, and Allah says, yes, my slave. Ya Rabb, oh Allah, oh God. And God's listening saying, yes, what? What is it? As Muslims, you tend to want to put your hand to the ground when you're in supplication, your prayer, where the bridge of your nose is touching and your forehead is touching and your hands are touching. It's when you're in sujood. But again, you can just also go, Ya Rabb, oh Allah. Again, you're communicating with God, you're talking. Allah is listening. Allah knows every language. In any way, you can communicate with Allah. Some things that I also want to mention as well before we get into it is understand that when you ask Allah for something, you don't ask God for patience. You ask him for ease. Because if you're asking God for patience, you're telling him, yo, test me. I'm testing me. I want all the tests. Because again, patience is really hard. So you ask Allah for ease through your struggles. You ask Allah for the ease, the guidance. Even when you go into understanding this, that Allah, God, gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. We've all heard that quote before, but it's true. You get a certain struggle or a trial or a test because Allah knows you can handle it. So also take that to your chest and be like, you know what? That's a dope, cool thing. You know, I'm having this struggle. There's something that's going on because Allah thinks that I can handle this. Wow, what an honor, what a blessing. One of the main ways to communicate with Allah is through one of your 5 daily prayers, Salah. So when you are saling, you're praying to Allah, you are literally communicating with Allah those 5 times a day. You are doing what's obligatory of you to pray. And when we pass away, the first thing that we get asked about on the day of judgment is our prayers, our prayers, our prayers. It is so important to pray to Allah. It is what separates you from being a non-Muslim to a Muslim. It's your prayer. Make sure you pray. Make sure you're talking to God. You're in sujood, talking to Allah, asking him for blessings, asking him for things, and asking him for things that you know are gonna better your life, other people's lives, everything. Don't be shy in asking either for Allah. Ask for grandiose things, that's fine. But make sure that when you're asking for something, you work for whatever it is that you're asking for. For example, oh yeah, I want fulus, money, right? Why do you want money? So you can flex on your neighbor? Why do you want money? So you can pay for your mom's Hajj trip? Why do you want money? See, there's a difference. So again, make sure there's a purpose and there's a good reason as to what you're asking for. And again, make sure you know why and how you're gonna ask Allah for something. So understand this. People in meditation, people in manifestation, dua, they always say these different things where it's like the abundance. So make sure you have to understand Allah is the abundance mindset. Allah is all abundant. Oh Allah, please bless me and grant me with all the abundance. Show me how abundant this world can be. Show me how abundant this world and next life can be. Asking for Allah in these ways, using Allah's names is so important. Literally will open the doors for you. Al-Fattah, Al-Razzaq, Al-Mughni, to make you wealthier, to have things. Using Allah's names, even when you're asking for forgiveness. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Use Allah's names. Allah loves his names. Use them. Make sure you're also doing it with a sincere and clean heart. When you're asking for something, make sure you're making wudu, you're clean, you're asking for the right intention and the right reasons. Make sure you're in a clean environment. Even if it's just like you're cleaning up a little bit, you're tidying up, do so. Because again, that's really important to be asking Allah for things when you're taking care of yourself and what's around you, and then you ask Allah for things. Also, again, you guys saw me doing this, like raising your hands. This is a part of the humbleness. When you raise your hands like this, it's being humble, it's being honest, being open. And when you raise your hands this way, you're allowing Allah, to showing Allah that you're being humble and asking him. You're putting your head to the ground. There's a sense of respect and humbleness you're having towards your creator. Make sure you speak from the heart too. Really say it with your chest, right? Mean what you say. And again, remember that, say you make a dua, oh Allah, I want this, and it doesn't happen next moment, next second, next day. You have to be consistent and persistent with your dua. Sometimes the dua won't get answered for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, to 1 year, right? But keep going, stay steadfast and patient. And again, that's literally the whole faith and religion. Steadfast in your prayers, steadfast in your patience. And you have to do it even with your dua and your supplication. And stay consistent with it no matter how hard it might seem at times. Always be there for Allah, always asking Allah for things and saying, oh Allah, please help me out. Oh Allah, please guide me. Oh Allah, iftah tariq, right? Open the journey for me. Make it easy for me to go down through my journey. Always asking Allah for these types of things. Also, a big thing that really helps is praying for others. When you pray for others and pray for others around you that you know are going through things, Allah will then also say, and him as well. And him as well. I'm praying for you, for your success and everything. For me as well, it'll come back to me. Again, life is a mirror. The way you put energy into the world, it'll always come back to you. So make sure you're giving that good energy into the world. And again, seek forgiveness from Allah. Say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, atubu ilayk, right? Constantly ask Allah for forgiveness. Because again, that is the main goal, is to seek for Allah's forgiveness. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Again, inshallah, next Friday, I'll have another talk as well where we talk about something else. And again, please leave comments down below about different things you guys want me to talk about. I love doing this. I love talking about Islam, Deen, Akhlaq, all these different types of things. So again, if you guys have any tips and tricks about dua and making supplication and ways to talk to Allah, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to read it and learn a little more from you as well. Inshallah, I'll see you guys next Friday. See you later.